wants a statement win. What a knockdown.
Rough N Rowdy, let's go.
Oh, another big one.
Oh, goodness.
Sleepville.
Wow. The biggest little knockdown we've ever seen.
What the fuck is about to happen?
Oh my God.
Slams his opponent through.
This is Rough N Rowdy. Welcome, fellas.
This is the craziest environment we've ever had for one of these. It's Rough N Rowdy.
Everything is landing from Vicky.
She wants cherry bomb, she might get her.
But Cherry Bomb's still swinging.
I brought a beat down to her ass. I'm going to knock you out.
So we got a Rhode Island cheerleader.
I know I look like a cheerleader and I used to be a cheerleader, but now it's time to put the pom-poms down and put the gloves on.
I'll be walking out with that championship belt.
These girls are throwing haymakers at each other.
What will you do to Cherry Bomb?
What I did today, but times 10.
Wow, what a main event that is going to be, Large. Vicky D versus Cherry Bomb, and one of the most anticipated Rough N Rowdy matchups ever. I can't wait.
And I was lucky enough to sit down with those two ladies for this week's virtual face-off.
And we're going to get to that in just a bit. We'll have that at the end of the show. But first, we got to intro the show, Large. It's Rough N Robbie. I am Robbie Fox, Rough N Rowdy commentator and analyst.
And I'm Large. I'm the referee guy.
And this week, we're going to be taking a look at a lot of different things in Rough N Rowdy. But first, the top 5 moments that have happened outside of the ring in R&R.
A lot of these happened before I got here, Robbie. You're going to have to slow down and go through each one for me.
I'll take you through it, starting with number 5, the real deal Ronald Smith farted inside the ring. So this started inside the ring, but it made its way out very quickly.
Folks, that is not The Undertaker, that is the Barstool difference.
Oh, that's it. Also, I think the real deal farted in the corner because it smells so bad.
It smells so bad he farted.
Not even a question.
I think somebody shit their pants in that fight.
No, the real deal just I watched it. He beat his ass, then he walked over to the corner, he kind of sat back and he just let one rip right in our mouth.
Looks like we got Roan with the potential farter.
That's right, I'm here with the real deal. Did you fart in the ring, man?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Bro, it still stinks over there. What did you eat?
I don't even know.
Yes, you do. What did you eat?
So I probably some eggs.
Yo, hold up that check, man. I know you're getting money out here. And yes, you just won, and it was that easy. Was it a simple win, and are you going to maybe change your diet with that money?
Nah, I'm still stay the same.
Brother, that shit is disgusting, man. Maybe go see a doctor. Back to you guys.
You know what? There's no place in boxing for that, Robbie. I've never even seen that before, and I can almost taste it.
Oh, I can still taste it. I can still taste it.
Please move on to number 4.
Let's move on. Number 4, we actually had a jockey come to the ring on her horse at Rough N Rowdy 12 Large.
Of course she did.
Unbelievable.
Oh, here we go. We've got a horse in the ring.
Okay.
Here comes Gina Lucio, the jockey.
Dave. What a moment.
Dave's speechless. Dave is absolutely speechless.
Talk about what's going through your mind right now. You're on top of a horse.
Is that what that is?
What's going on? What's the strategy here entering with a live animal?
Well, this is a racehorse.
I take my time and I'm patient and I just do my job.
What's about to happen inside the ring right now?
I'm gonna beat some fucking ass.
Giddy up.
So what I understand, there was a contingency plan.
There was.
If something went wrong with the horse, they were going to humanely destroy it on site.
And take it out on a tarp.
Jesus Christ.
Thank God nothing went wrong.
Alrighty.
The next moment involves the Milkman, one of the most eccentric characters in the history of Rough N Rowdy, and things got eccentric with this one.
Yeah, I'd agree. He's also, the Milkman is now in the ring. Oh no, he's getting stopped. Look at this, Dave. You got, the ref, the GameStop ref, stopped Milkman.
I refuse to break it up. They're fighting. Who's in?
The Milkman.
He's high.
The Milkman's out.
This guy's on weed. This guy's on weed for sure.
Caleb, we got to get him out. Milkman is out.
We got to get you out. You got to get out. You got to get out.
Yeah.
We got to get out.
We got real drama.
Yes, we have actual real drama. It's like all the people who failed drug tests are basically fighting back and trying to fight. GameStop ref will have to get a replay after this fight. Oh man, Milkman. Yeah.
This guy's got to. He's on high. He's high, folks.
Kids,
All right, let's go to the fight.
Don't fail your drug tests, kids. That's what happens.
Let's go to the fight.
To say that you always deliver and say that he delivered another dirty drug test is one of the best lines I've ever heard in Rough N Rowdy history.
It was great. He's pouring milk all over the two girls, fighting in the crowd. How could you forget that moment in Kentucky?
I know this next clip, so I'm going to jump in here. Two of my favorite people at Barstool, Rico and Nadu, got into it before Nadu got in there against Jersey Jerry. So a lot of fan favorites in there, and it got into a tussle. Let's take a look.
So you look calm, you look cool, you look collected right now. You're 100% ready to go. You're all locked in. Is there anything in the back of your mind that's saying, like, I got to do this, I got to do that?
No, I'm just worried about when I win. I'm going to attack Rico Boxer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack you. You're going to attack me?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No, serious. He's got to fight tonight. He has another fight. He has another fight. He has another bitch-ass motherfucker. Get the fuck back.
We gotta wait until it's done.
I love Rough N Rowdy.
Tell him to come. Tell him to. He came here to see me. He came here to see me, didn't he? He came here to see me.
So, what are your thoughts after seeing Rico in the building?
He's here to see me.
How does that make you feel?
Remember when I came to Black Cyber Monday? He stood in the fucking office and locked the fucking door. It was like getting to see the fucking president. Then he comes out without his security and his stuff. Where was he on Cyber Monday? In the fucking corner.
Yeah.
He came up behind me like a fucking snake, the snake that he is. Fucking weasel rat motherfucker.
Large, I never thought we would even see the day where these two were in the same room, same time, same place. Maybe one day they'll share the ring.
Oh my God, that would blow up the world.
It'd be pretty amazing.
Did Shizat get another #1 ranking here, Robbie?
He did. Shizat the Rizat just can't stay out of these #1 rankings, this time with his brawl with the Big Dick Booty Daddy.
They're saying Big Dick Booty Daddy quit.
I cannot believe this.
Quit.
This is a mockery. This is an absolute
What happened?
goddamn mockery.
He quit. Wow. I mean, this is the audience is.
Bobby's going after him.
Shizat the Rizat. Look at
Oh,
that.
Shizat's fighting him. We got to fight in the crowd.
Shizat the Rizat, get the camera on him.
Oh my God.
Oh no. We have Mayhem. Mayhem in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Someone's down.
It's chaos.
Someone is down right now.
Shizat the Rizat went to fight him on behalf of all Rough N Rowdy fighters.
Yes, fucking all that shit he fucking.
This is chaos. This is UFC 229 all over again. Khabib jump in the cage. Mayhem. The ring girls are in the middle of it.
Are they really arrested Shizat? Oh, fuck.
Shizat the Rizat being arrested and taken out like Stone
Can we
Cold
get him
Steve Austin.
unarrested? Can I get him unarrested?
Down here with Shizat the Rizat right now. We are backstage. He just got arrested, put in cuffs after that fight. Shizat, what happened?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Well, I walked over and said, what do you got to say now? And then he punched me in the right eye. Sucker punched me like a bitch, bro. When you talk about somebody's family, you want to message me online, talk about my Nana? You want to talk about my family? No, I'm going to check you, bro. I'm going to ask you what you got to say after you didn't do shit in the ring. You outweighed me by 75 pounds, boy. You want to sucker punch me in the face? That's what happened.
Let the record show, Shizat the Rizat got punched first. He did not throw a punch. Why was he arrested tonight?
He's not arrested. He's just being detained till we figure out what's going on.
Shizat, on behalf of America, was stepping up against Little Dick Booty Daddy, Little Dick Bitchy Daddy. That guy's a piece of shit. This guy is everything right with this country right now.
All right, so now Shizat will not be on the card in Rough N Rowdy 20, but I'm being told he will be in the building because what else does he have to do? So perhaps we see even more fireworks between these two lowlifes.
We could, and we might need a riot squad to keep these two apart. I'll never forget that moment. PFT being the man on the scene, being the guy interviewing Shizat while he's sitting there in handcuffs with a cop.
Speaking of PFT, a man who needs no further promotion, but we're giving it to him, his partner Dan from Pardon My Take is joining us to talk about the Anthem.
Everyone please rise.
Now, as you know, many of us wear many hats at Rough N Rowdy, and Dan Big Cat Katz also wears a couple of those hats. He's not only a Rough N Rowdy commentator at large, but he does the national anthem at each and every Rough N Rowdy.
I have a couple of favorite segments in Rough N Rowdy. Ring Card Girl is close to my heart. I know you don't support the troops, but I do. So I love the national anthem, and I love the way that Big Cat in particular
I
does
appreciate
the
that.
national
Do you
anthem.
pander much? Real large is like, I like America and tits. Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's my favorite thing to do. I love Rough N Rowdy nights. Rough N Rowdy 20, I can't believe we're already here. I'm very, very excited. I have to I have to redeem my last Rough N Rowdy national anthem was probably the worst I've ever done. I stopped midway through and I said, oop, lost that.
Oh, I lost it. And the home of the brave.
Which is not very rarely, it's very rarely done in national anthems. So this will be my redemption story. I'm promising the best I've ever done.
Now, do you feel pressure going into the national anthems?
I actually do. I actually like Rough N Rowdy. I love doing it so much. I love fight night. I love just the anticipation, everything. And I get so excited. But about an hour before we go on, I start to get a little nervous. And it's mostly just like, Rough N Rowdy's so natural when we're commentating because we've done it so many times. And I know I've done the national anthem a bunch of times, but it's like the last thing I have to do before I can relax and like enjoy the fights.
And many times before a pay-per-view, I'll see Dan writing the lyrics.
Oh yeah, every time. So that's
the board.
Listen, that story, some people have shamed me for it. I don't give a fuck. I did my first national anthem, Windy City Thunderbolts in Chicago with Dave doing the cymbals. I screwed up. I said bursting in air, not through air. And a World War II vet like accosted me in an elevator and was like, you messed up the words. And I was like, I did? So I told myself, you know what? Let's just not have that happen. I know the words. I could sing the words by heart, but those are just there in case there's a moment where I forget where I'm at or something like that, because I don't want to disgrace our beautiful national anthem at any moment. So that's why they're there. And anyone who has a problem with it, fuck you.
Who's pandering now?
Are we allowed to swear on this?
Absolutely.
Big time.
Listen, so, and the thing is with you is you go right from the ring, right to ringside, and the action begins. I just handed you the full card. We have the final card for Rough N Rowdy 20. What jumps out at you? What's your favorite? What's your fight of the night?
Okay, so a couple thoughts that jump out right away. Obviously, Bobby Lang fighting is always great, and Cherry Bomb. Those are going to be two. Those are the end of the card. The Abel brothers, personal favorite. I wonder how much money we'll have to give them. I'll have to bring some cash because they keep hitting us up for money.
They want to go on a vacation.
They want to go on a vacation, Sandals. They want to go to Sandals. Like every single time, it's the same thing. They come in the green room. They're like, Dave, you owe us this money. And Dave's like, no, I don't. And then I just start handing them $100 bills. I'm like, can you guys leave us alone? I love them, though. They're the best. I am most excited. Maybe not excited is the right word. I'm most curious about Big Dick Booty Daddy because he disgraced Rough N Rowdy. He was the all-time heel, and then he just didn't fight against Bobby Lang. We said we'd never have him back in. You guys explained to me before that he's fighting for free unless he gets a knockout. I want to see what's going to happen with him because he's had one vicious knockout and a great speech after, great all-time Rough N Rowdy villain, and then he no-showed. So it would be great if he got back in the mix and he was able to actually, knock this guy out and make some money.
Gun to your head, make a call on Big Dick Booty Daddy versus Irish Dave Portnoy.
I don't remember. Give me a Irish Dave Portnoy refresher real quick.
Irish Dave Portnoy called him out. He's 2-0 in Rough N Rowdy. He's got one knockout.
I'll go Irish Dave Portnoy. Because I think that Big Dick Booty Daddy could just no-show again.
He could.
He could easily.
I bet he will. He's a
character. His character has been shown, and you just can't talk as much shit as he talked to Bobby Lang and Bobby Lang's family, Bobby Lang's friends,
his wife,
and his wife, and then back it up. None of it. And I actually I said to Bobby after, because Bobby is our champion. I love Bobby. He's great for Rough N Rowdy. I said to him after, I was like, that's bullshit because you deserved the right to kick his ass. He wouldn't even give you that right.
That's right. He said he was going to eat Bobby Lang's wife's pussy like a hungry hippopotamus. I can't get over that.
Bobby gets to deserve to fucking kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was robbed of that opportunity.
He was.
Well, you better watch out at weigh-ins because the two are going to be in the same building at the same time, and obviously things could get contentious.
Let's make sure Frank doesn't fall.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Just do that. Just
All
make
right,
sure
people don't know, the week before the Super Bowl, Whitney Houston sang a national anthem at a lacrosse game that Dukes was playing in. She shit the bed. She was very coked up. She came back the following week and she knocked it out of the ballpark.
Nice.
I see the same thing happening between 19 and 20.
Yes.
I'm expecting a lot from Dan, not to put more pressure on him.
I'm not trying to make excuses. I remember it. I was a little under the weather. The voice wasn't feeling good. I felt going into it that I was not at my tip-top shape. I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm not gonna speak between now and Friday. I have like a shitload of stuff I have to do. I'm going to the combine in Indy, and I gotta
Stop speaking. Stop speaking. Stop speaking.
Go get some tea.
Save the voice.
Dan Katz, everybody.
And the home of the brave.
All right, thank you, Dan, for joining us on Rough N Rowdy this week. We started breaking down the card with Dan, but let's take a closer look at some of these matchups, Large.
We got a ton. I mean, just to scratch the surface, first 3 fights are free.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we hook you, to use a dealer's term. Yeah, we hook you on that, or a fisherman's term. The third fight is the 3 chief fight of the night. It's going to be the Hitman versus the Polish Hammer. 2 guys who are around 6'6". So we got a couple of trees in there. Then we go from the 3 chief fight of the night to the 4 local 4th fight of the night. We may tease that a little bit. 2 lovely young ladies, very respectful, very demure. The Slayer versus Mimi the Hustler.
Yeah.
Then we go into the SoCo 6th fight of the night. I love this. Magic Mike versus The Real Deal. So we're gonna not back end the action here with Rough N Rowdy. You're gonna get over 20 fights, and you're gonna get action start to finish.
Start to finish is right. We start off with a huge big guy fight. The next fight, 2 little guys. So you're getting a little bit of everything, as well as seasoned vets. You're getting seasoned vets in Rough N Rowdy, and you're getting a bunch of fighters with 0-0 records.
What jumps out? What jumps out at you?
We've got #1 contender fights, we've got title fights, but for me, I am really fascinated in that big dick booty daddy fight. I'm fascinated in both Abel brothers fights. You got me really into the Abels this week with all your pre-fight coverage of them. So I feel like I'm going with the chalk picks, but they're the chalk for a reason.
I'm gonna go deeper into the card. I think this guy Diamond Hands is one of the most fascinating guys that I've seen in Rough N Rowdy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost unfair for a guy who's fought so much on skates. You take a hockey player off skates and you put his feet on solid ground, he basically grows roots.
It's like taking a donut off a bat.
Yeah, 100%. He has no center of gravity. He's anchored in there. Guy throws haymakers, and we saw what he did in his last Rough N Rowdy. Absolutely devastating. Strawberry Cowboy. I don't know much about him. Another big guy, 6 foot, 210 pounds. But the pink wraps and the nickname lead me to believe that this is going to turn into a hate crime pretty quickly.
It could, and it could be Bobby Lang's next competitor right
Oh my God, that again, I tend to use the term blow up the world, but to have somebody like Diamond Hands go in against Bobby Lang, I'm already paying for Rough N Rowdy 21 already.
I can't wait, I know, and we saw Diamond Hands call out Bobby Lang at 19, and Bobby said, why don't you go back and get a few wins under your belt? This could be the win. An impressive knockout here, 1st round knockout again. I think he could get that title match with Bobby Lang.
And you know, I don't respect women, but I see Hot Wheels in here. I mean, Hot Wheels has been on the wrong side of a couple of very close decisions. She's a fantastic athlete.
Yeah.
I think she's a fantastic fighter. So I think this girl, Scosi?
Yep.
Scosi, yeah, I think she's gonna have a tough night. She's gonna have a tough night. And Hard Hands, who had beat Hot Wheels, is then going up against someone named Wild Child. But Hard Hands and Hot Wheels are basically fighting their way into another title fight versus the winner of our main event, Vicky D versus Cherry Bomb. So there's a lot of, Jesus Christ, the American Redneck.
We didn't even talk about the American Redneck yet. One of our biggest fighters.
It's overwhelming. So American Redneck, so if you haven't watched Rough N Rowdy before, shame on you. American Redneck, soft-spoken dude, but he's farm strong, and he's going against this guy, the Appalachian Assassin, who had his fight canceled last time, showed up to the weigh-in in a 3-piece suit.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Travis Turman too, which
That's it, yeah.
You sign up to fight Travis Turman, you got some cojones.
This is another big fight.
My name is Chris Miller, the fighting governor, and I'm running for governor of the state of West Virginia in 2024. But on March the 3rd in Charleston, West Virginia, this West Virginian native is gonna fight in the Rough N Rowdy and put on an absolute show and show everybody else out there how tough people from West by God, Virginia really are.
Large, one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most is we've actually got the fighting governor. Someone actually, a candidate for governor of West Virginia, coming down. He's fighting Texas Tony. This is gonna be a weird battle, but I think the crowd's gonna be real behind it. I heard the fighting governor's bringing out hundreds of people.
Yeah, I heard he's rolling 200 deep.
Yeah.
To go in there against Texas Tony, who's 2-1. Texas Tony is a good fighter in himself. So not only is the fighting governor's record on the line, potentially there's an election on the line with this, because I don't vote for losers.
No.
So we go again, seed to stems. right? We have up and down one of the greatest cards that I've ever seen in Rough N Rowdy history. And if you tell me there's a better way to spend your $30, I'll call you a fucking liar.
Now let's take a closer look at our main event of the evening, Vicious Vicky D versus Cherry Bomb. In the eyes of many, this is a brawler versus a boxer.
And that's exactly what I tackle in the virtual face-off that we had yesterday. Check it out. So everyone knows that Cherry Bomb throws punches in bunches. She never stops throwing punches. So what can people expect when they tune into Rough N Rowdy 20 and they see you come out of your corner?
Oh, I feel like the fight in general, you're going to see a boxer versus a brawler, and I don't think that we've seen that on Rough N Rowdy yet before, or I don't think she's even seen someone like box before. So it's definitely just going to be entertaining in that sense.
Vicky, I just want you to know that I can outbox a brawler and I can outbrawl a boxer.
I need predictions. Vicky, does this go the distance? Obviously, you feel so. Does this go the distance, or do you get her out of there early?
No, I get her out of there early, 100%. I think she's never been hit with someone like of my power before. I know like on film, it might not look like I have a lot of like power behind my punches, but even in my last fight, you see the girl, she kind of came with the same approach. Like she was just full on attacked. But as soon as she was hit with a punch, is like, where am I?
I'm Cherry Bomb. I'm going to go in. I'm going to do exactly what I do every single time, and I will be victorious in the end. You guys should just go ahead and have that belt engraved. Cherry Bomb, Rough N Rowdy women's title champion.
All right, so two great competitors. I can't wait to see that fight. Robbie, so I might be reffing that fight. I don't know yet.
True.
You're definitely going to be commentating on that fight.
I will be.
I don't think it's fair for us to make picks, so I think I did one better. One of your favorite people at Barstool.
Okay.
Certainly at Rough N Rowdy. One of my favorite people, Frank the Tank. You're familiar, right?
Very.
Frank has torn through every bit of footage we have with Rough N Rowdy. Every bit. He's been locked in a room with sodas and with hot dogs. He's gone through everything. We thought we'd have Frank come out and give us two. Just give us two of his biggest prognostications for it. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna pass it over to Frank.
Ooh, that's tough, you know? Hard to predict what's gonna happen. With 20 fights, no headgear. All I know is one thing. It's gonna be rough! And you know, it's also gonna be rowdy. It's gonna be Rough N Rowdy.
Large, what are we supposed to do with that?
I was expecting a little bit more. I guess maybe you hammer the over on roughness and perhaps rowdiness?
Not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
Do, yeah.
We are in the final stretch now. The fighters are weighed in. It's tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Buy RNR.com. Rough N Rowdy 20. I'm making the bold prediction is going to be the greatest event in our history.
I guarantee it.
We are underway in Vegas. Live, Charleston, West Virginia. Oh, he crushed him. See if he can finish it. Go left. Anthem. Oh!
I've been dreaming to get you in that ring, boy.
I'm gonna show you. Let's do it. You ready?
We are taking over, baby!